Live, KHOU 11 News at 4 starts now.
Now at 4, a Houston father and pastor says Victoria's Secret is targeting young girls, and his campaign is getting attention of millions online.
As a dad, this is how I feel about their line and their over-sexualization of women.
And Houston homes selling so fast, they're called flash sales. And whether you're a seller or a buyer, we'll tell you how you can cash in.
But first, new details on a robbery that is becoming just a little bit too common.
Yeah, ladies, and we know who we are. We often hang our purses on the back of our chairs at restaurants.
And thieves are simply reaching in and stealing your wallet, and you don't even notice.
We have the surveillance picture of two suspects. Melanie Basu is live in Sugar Land, where she spoke with two victims. Melanie?
That's right, Charmaine. I'm sure that you're guilty of this. I am too. We'll go to restaurants like La Madeleine and we'll leave our bags hanging right in the back of our chair. What these men are doing is they're reaching in and they're stealing your wallets. Now, in one case, we spoke to a woman. Well, I got to tell you, these guys racked up nearly $5,000 on her credit.
4-year-old Emma Amaro loves to ride her bike and hang out with Mom at La Madeleine.
I like their soup.
Mom and Emma go to First Colony Mall in Austin. The last time they were there, it was packed, barely a place to sit.
We were sitting kind of close to the front, and we were done with our meal, and we were just kind of sitting there chatting, finishing our drinks.
Then Sugar Land police say these two men sat directly behind Mom and daughter.
I heard them kind of pull the table close to me, which I thought was strange, but I dismissed it. I had my purse hanging on the back of the chair, and I kind of felt like my purse was moving. But my daughter was also sitting in my lap.
And then what happened to Mommy?
Her wallet got stolen.
All of Mom's credit cards, gift cards, and cash gone. Mom figured out her wallet went missing when she got to the car. She immediately canceled everything.
I actually canceled it 7 minutes before they tried to use it. So I was lucky there.
Police say these two men went to Ulta, which is in the same shopping plaza, and tried to go on a shopping spree.
The first time was for over $400. The second time was for like $174.
The same exact thing happened to Angie Angel. She was at the La Madeleine on Woodway on Voss. When she realized her wallet went missing, Angel got home and had messages from her credit card companies.
The two declined, American Express and TJ Maxx, but they were able to go to Macy's on Highway 6 and charge close to $5,000.
She's hoping she won't be held liable for those charges. But in the meantime, police are looking for these two men.
Such a nice say to those people out there stealing purses and wallets, get a job. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous.
So if you walk into this La Madeleine here, you'll actually see there's a sign posted on the wall that says, make sure to watch your belongings at all times, and it also has a picture of two purses there. We could also tell you that Sugar Land police, they're working with other agencies. They're trying to get these two bad guys off the streets. And coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll tell you what police, how they describe these two guys. For now, we are live in Sugar Land. Melanie Basu, KHOU 11 News.
All right, we've got breaking news right now in Fort Bend County. Take a good look at this sketch of a man. Sugar Land police say he grabbed a 10-year-old boy as he was walking to Lexington Creek Elementary School in Missouri City just before 8 o'clock this morning, but the boy got away.
The boy says the man pulled up in a silver four-door car with tinted windows and a dark-colored den on the passenger side. He was wearing a T-shirt, blue jeans, and prescription glasses and spoke with a distinctive Asian accent. If you have any information, call Fort Bend Crime Stoppers at 281-342-TIPS.
There was quite a scene in downtown Houston this morning. See this man? He had strapped himself to a 50-foot flagpole outside the chemical company LyondellBasell. He did it to protest the Keystone Pipeline. That pipeline will carry tar sands from Canada to the Gulf Coast. Lyondell will process the sands at its Houston refinery. Critics say the pipeline will cause environmental damage. Firefighters brought the man down, and as you can see, he was then arrested.
Now to an update on the woman attacked while she was walking home in Pasadena. Police say they have arrested the man we showed you yesterday, his picture caught on a surveillance camera. We've learned he's also suspected in another disturbing crime involving the ashes of his girlfriend's mother. Doug Miller is live at the Pasadena Police Department with a story you will see only on KHOU 11 News. Doug?
Yeah, Sherman, strange case here, and even stranger circumstances led to the cracking of this case. Pasadena police believe they have captured the man who was responsible for trying to rape a woman and leaving her for dead inside an abandoned warehouse. Juanita Trevino is her name. She was severely beaten. She was stabbed. Her throat was slashed as she fought away a would-be rapist. She was abducted from a gas station in Pasadena last Thursday, taken to an abandoned warehouse across the street. A surveillance camera captured a picture of her suspected attacker. Police say they cracked the case because this same man trashed his ex-girlfriend's apartment, grabbed an urn, and scattered her mother's ashes around her home. And then they say he called his ex-girlfriend on the cell phone stolen from the woman who was left for dead inside that warehouse. They arrested this guy early this morning. He has been charged with that burglary. They expect him to be charged in the attack this evening. Spoke a short time ago with Juanita Trevino's children. They say that she's in a lot of pain, but they expect her to fully recover. They say she is a very strong woman. Reporting live from Pasadena, Doug Miller, KHOU 11 News.
A star cowboy from Texas is in intensive care after a bull riding accident. These are pictures of Bo Schroeder from a previous competition. He was hurt over the weekend in Arizona and was airlifted to Las Vegas with 2 collapsed lungs and a torn trachea. Schroeder is from China, Texas, that's near Beaumont, and he won top honors at the 2012 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. We wish him well.
Dangerous sport.
Yeah,
wow.
It is very dangerous.
All right, turning to weather now. Much better in the weather department.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better day, but you're talking about some rain, wind, where?
You know, this weekend we've got rain chances increasing. It's not going to be a washout, so parents, kiddos, don't cancel any Easter egg hunts or anything like that. But we do have changes coming. It has been so spectacular, not only today, but for the past week, month. It's been an extended winter as we've gone into spring. Temperature outside 70 in Memorial Herman Katy. That's 5 degrees below normal right now. Let's see, Conroe's at 69, Hobby at 67, Pearland at 65. So coming up, we've got Easter weekend. We also have the Shell Houston Open. A lot of folks will be going after that Saturday and Sunday. 2 big outdoor events. Of course, the Easter egg hunts on Sunday. I'll show you both forecasts in specific, and we'll talk about the rain chances for that in just a moment.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Homes across the Houston area are selling almost as soon as they hit the market.
Yeah, this is something. Realtors call them flash sales, and one woman's home sold in 4 hours. Rekha Mudaraj has more on this growing trend.
Beth Robbins still has boxes to pack. She says selling her home happened faster than she thought it would.
Within 4 hours of putting the house on the market, I got a phone call from her and we had an offer.
Realtor Robin Bailey says more and more houses are going on the market and under contract within 24 hours.
I don't know how to describe it except flash.
And sellers are getting the deal of their dreams.
That and more. They get at least their list price.
If you're selling a home, this is your market. In fact, the Houston area ranks 3rd in the nation for flash sales, which means homes are selling almost as fast as you can flip this sign. That was the case for Catherine and Louis Flory.
That was actually our biggest issue. We actually saw 12 homes go on the market and sell in a day.
So when they found their dream home, they knew they had to offer the right price.
We bid, and then we actually had to pay a little more than the asking price to secure the property.
All the Memorial Market, the River Oaks Market, the West University Market.
Tom Anderson with Martha Stewart Properties says the phenomenon is twofold. Home construction all but stopped during the housing bust in 2008, but recently thousands have relocated to Houston for jobs, creating the great demand for homes. His suggestion to buyers?
Look quickly, make decisions quickly, and make offers.
But as she gets ready to take her memories to Louisiana, Robbins is thankful the flash sale trend worked in her favor, so she can leave the stress behind.
Coming up, frightening video from inside a bus. See what a driver does after a lamp crashes through the windshield.
As the emails and the Facebook message and the Twitter tweets, all that have come in, it's just been, overwhelming.
A Houston dad and pastor tells us about his campaign against Victoria's Secret that's making headlines.
Can't imagine hearing that song over and over and over. How much Disney is paying to a man who got stuck on a ride. take a look at this incredible video. A lamppost smashes into the windshield of a bus in China. The wreck ruptured the bus driver's spleen, but look at him. He managed to get out of his seat, then steer the bus to the roadside, and no passengers were hurt. The lamppost had been knocked down because of an accident. The driver recovering in the hospital.
Wow, that's amazing. Former CIA Director David Petraeus has broken his silence about his affair with his biographer. During a speech in California, he said he was sorry for the relationship with her, which led to his resignation. He also apologized for all the pain he has caused his family, friends, and supporters.
I know that I can never fully assuage the pain that I inflicted on those closest to me and on a number of others.
The affair was with Paula Broadwell. Petraeus made the remarks at a dinner honoring veterans, ROT students, and active duty military. Petraeus' wife Holly was not with him.
A Houston father takes aim at Victoria's Secret's lingerie line for girls, how he's getting national attention.
And we'll tell you how much Disney paid a man who was stuck on a ride at Disneyland and had to listen to It's a Small World over and over again.
The ads and the models, well, they're famous. We're talking about Victoria's Secret, which markets lingerie to women.
But a new campaign by Victoria's Secret allegedly targeted young girls with suggestive phrases on skimpy underwear.
And it's getting a lot of attention online, and a Houston pastor's open letter to the company has gotten more than 3 million views. Jeremy Diesel's here to explain this man's mission. Jeremy.
Well, his name is Reverend Evan Doleve, and he's a pretty popular guy, at least right now in cyberspace. He thought he was writing a simple letter, also a blog post about a concern. Instead, nothing simple about it. You probably wouldn't connect this and this.
Dear Victoria's Secret.
Not a fan letter.
I am a father of a 3-year-old girl. She loves princesses, Dora the Explorer, Doc McStuffins, and drawing pictures for people.
This weekend, Reverend Evan Doleve posted his letter to Victoria's Secret on his blog. Dedicated readers.
30, 40, maybe 50 if I'm lucky.
In the last 4 days, the definition of viral.
Over 3 million views.
At one point, people were reading his letter from all the continents on Earth, except Antarctica, at the same time.
I've been completely overwhelmed, yeah.
In the letter, the Reverend talks about the Bright Young Things line that Victoria's Secret introduced for spring break. Skimpy underwear, some with sayings on them.
Laced trim thongs with the word "call me" on front.
The controversy came when the company CFO said 15 and 16-year-olds were targets of the marketing, a claim that the company now says was a mistake.
Green and white polka dot hipsters screen printed with "feeling lucky."
Until he read an article about it, the Reverend didn't even know what a hipster was.
Or a cheekster. Didn't know what that was. I looked it up, but now I know.
What he does know is his point was not so much about one line of underwear that may or may not be targeted to young girls, that the company says is already off the shelves.
They're still setting up a standard which is unattainable for beauty and sexuality. And that's pervasive not only at Victoria's Secret, but other retailers as well.
In a scope he never imagined.
Sincerely, Reverend Evan Doleve, Houston, Texas.
Message sent. Now, Doleve didn't do anything different than any of his other posts. He put it on Facebook and on Twitter. Now, as for the company, it says on its Facebook page that the Bright Young Things is just a slogan it used for spring break and nothing more. Jeremy Diesel, KHOU 11 News.
Oh my, oh my.
Looks like spring break may be over for some folks.
It's possible. David Paul, what are we looking at?
We're looking at least a slight rain chance going into the Easter weekend. There's a lot going on. Let's begin with the Easter forecast. Now, this is by no means a forecast for a washout. What we're forecasting is a chance for a few light showers, hit or miss showers. It's only a 20% rain chance Easter Sunday. Temperatures will be comfortable, 63 in the morning, 78 in the afternoon. Don't cancel any Easter egg hunts. Just understand there might be a shower, a light one pass by. It shouldn't last too long. Shell Houston Open, big golf tournament. It actually begins tomorrow, but for the weekend, that's when most of the crowds are big. And so if you're going to be out there in the crowd enjoying the golf, temperatures will be warm, 77 Saturday, 79 Sunday at Redstone and Humble. But there will be a slight chance as well for a passing shower, 20% chance. It actually looks pretty good for the golfers. A little bit of rain, maybe it'll help the greens hold a little bit. Kemah Boardwalk live. It's cooler in Kemah. It's about 10 degrees cooler in Kemah than the further inland areas because that water out there in the bay is at about 60, 62 degrees. You see the temperature is 60 right now with a southeast breeze at 14. It's a lovely afternoon out there. Spring Branch is 67. Moody Park is 65. Pearland is 63. Pasadena, good afternoon, sitting on 62 right now. True View forecast. You heading out this evening? Just a lovely, comfortable evening. 62 by 7 o'clock, 59 at bedtime tonight, getting cooler, and then it will be a cool morning commute tomorrow, but it should be nice out there. I think we'll see a few more clouds tomorrow. Look at the satellite, see the clouds building in South Texas. Those will work our way as we head through the overnight into tomorrow, and that southeast breeze tomorrow will also help to continue this slight warm-up. So today we've managed to make the mid-60s. I think tomorrow we'll make the low 70s. This is your forecast for tomorrow. 52 in the morning, nice and quiet. Southeast breeze tomorrow at 10, 62 by lunchtime, and then a high of 73, but still below the normal of 75. We have enjoyed some unusually cool weather the past several days. Tree pollen is still extremely heavy. Oak, ash, elm, and mulberry are the heaviest pollens. Grass pollen is also heavy. It's just that time of year. All right, the weather where you live, overnight tonight, we won't be in the 30s. We'll be in the mid to upper 40s. In fact, maybe even 51 in the Woodlands for a low in the morning tomorrow. Conroe 48, Hempstead at 50. Central South Side, comfortably cool. Houston 52 overnight. Pearland 52, Angleton 52. And then a mix of clouds and sun tomorrow, high of 73. Normal high of 75. We'll finally make that on Friday. 20% chance for one of those passing showers on Friday, Saturday, and Easter Sunday as well. Slight rain chances. Let me draw your attention to next week. In particular, look at Tuesday and Wednesday. 40s in the morning. Highs only in the mid-50s to low 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. There's some more chilly air that may be heading our way. We'll talk more about that. I'll show you where that chilly air is right now when I see you at 5 o'clock.
All right, we'll do.
Somebody needs to get Mother Nature a calendar so
I
she
know.
knows it's spring.
We know the groundhog's out to lunch.
Mother Nature knows exactly what she's doing.
Yes, she does.
Thank you. All right, in today's Health Watch, a Houston woman credits organic produce for turning her health around. And she says you can buy organic without paying organic prices. Here's Mia Gradney.
We got pears, cucumbers.
Fresh and fabulous fruits and vegetables straight from the farm.
Look at this lettuce. It's as big as my head.
Houstonian Christina Carrillo Bucaram is proof you are what you eat after overcoming hyperglycemia.
I had constant migraines, frequent dehydration. I'd wake up in the mornings vomiting, and I'd be hospitalized, you know, to get IVs for that dehydration, and I was feeling ill all the time, and I was only 18.
She switched to a raw foods organic diet.
I completely got rid of it just by eating a diet composed of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds.
It boosted her health, but bottomed out her budget. She needed a cheaper alternative to pricey organic produce, so she came up with the co-op Rawfully Organic.
It's a community of people who come together to share in seasonal, local, organic, and affordable produce.
Members can opt to get a full share or big box of produce.
Our full shares, which are $87, will cost them at least $130 in a normal grocery store, and we're talking all organic and a mix of local produce.
The co-op is a cash saver and a community calling. It is run by volunteers who also happen to be happy customers. Sophia Vanderdees's children volunteer in the summer, but they eat the fruits of their labor year-round.
It varies our diet a lot more than getting the typical things in the supermarket, and it's a huge savings.
The co-op now has 10,000 local members. Together, they're more of a movement with hopes to harvest healthy lifestyles.
Everybody loves fruits and vegetables. They just, need support in doing it, and they need the resources.
Mia Gradney, KHOU 11 News.
The place where dreams come true turned into a nightmare for one man.
Check this out. He says he was forced to listen to that famous song over and over again.
It's a world of laughter, a world of cheers. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears.
He had to listen to the song for 30 minutes. He is disabled and got stuck on It's a Small World ride at Disneyland in Anaheim back in 2009. Now he's settled a lawsuit with Disney for $8,000. The man's lawyer says he was medically unstable for 3 hours after he was rescued because of the song.
Who knew?
I didn't.
Neither did I. People at a 5-star hotel in Southern California ended up with a surprising guest at breakfast. A sea lion pup just wandered onto the beachside patio. As some of the guests ate breakfast outside, they spotted him. Workers at SeaWorld came from San Diego to pick her up. The sea lion was dehydrated and malnourished. She is now getting foods and fluids at SeaWorld and is expected to be just fine.
That is good news. And coming up, a kayaker with a soft spot for animals, how he was able to save a possum and her babies.
Hello, I'm Greg Hurst, new at 5. We've been doing a lot of stories lately on educators accused of having sex with students. Well, we'll show you where Texas now ranks compared with other states when it comes to teacher-student sex cases. Plus, a new feature in Honda SUVs that's definitely going to make a lot of moms and dads happy. One of those stories and a whole lot more coming up on KHOU 11 News at 5. Hope to see you then.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Finally this afternoon, a man on a kayak has saved the day for a small animal and her babies.
Eric Mart spends a lot of time paddling near Miami, checking out the wildlife, but what he thought was a small dog swimming in Biscayne Bay turned out to be a possum.
And she was pregnant. Eric put the animal on his kayak there and got her to shore. The world has been watching this video he took online.
Possum whisperer. I got a t-shirt from Amazon, awesome possum. You know, it's my 15 minutes. I'd like to think that, you know, I saved the other possums. Sorry to my neighbors for introducing baby possums to the neighborhood.
The plan is to put the possum and her babies back in the wild.
Into the wild, not in the neighborhood. That is the plan.
It's a good one, too,
That's a
by
good
the way.
That's the news. Thanks for watching. Remember, our news coverage never stops. We'll hope to see you coming up on 11 News at 5.
We'll see you then.
KHOU 11 is a part of BELO, listed on the New York Stock Exchange as BLC.